What's up, Tiki Team? Welcome to the channel. My name's Spesh, helping you conquer the horde. And recently on the channel, we tested the brand new Hammer and Sickle against the horde. Now the question is the Hammer and Sickle better than the Sai and or the E-Tool? I think that the Sai and the E-Tool are basically widely regarded as the best two melee weapons in the game, but then enters the Hammer and Sickle, and if you saw it up against horde, it did a pretty dang good job. It almost felt exactly like the E-Tool against horde, but in round-based maps and just in general, is the Hammer and Sickle better? In this video, we have some pretty strong talking points about the Hammer and Sickle and what's good for it and what's not so good. So without further ado, let's get going. Now, inside of the patch notes, when we heard this was going to be released, we were told that the Hammer and Sickle is basically more powerful than the E-Tool, but slower than the Sais. And that's pretty evident at first just by looking at how fast you run and how fast you swing. With the Sais, you can jump and slide incredibly fast, especially with PhD Slider, and with the E-Tool, you can run pretty dang fast, but you are definitely slower with the Hammer and Sickle than you are with the other two. Not only that, but it actually takes longer to kill the entirety of round 1 zombies. As you can see on the screen now, the E-Tool takes 3.95 seconds to kill all the zombies on round 1. Comparing that to the Sai took 2.57 seconds to kill all the zombies on round 1. And then the Hammer and Sickle, the fastest that I was able to kill all the zombies on round 1 was 4.61 seconds, which is a lot slower than the E-Tool and double the amount of time it takes to take out round 1 with the Sais. So that part of the theory does hold up. It does seem a lot slower to use the Hammer and Sickle than the Sai and the E-Tool for that matter. But in terms of power, I can also agree with that. The Sais after round 9, without being Pack-a-Puncher upgraded, turn into a 2-hit kill. With the E-Tool, it'll stay a 1-hit until round 14 or 15 unpack-a-punched and unupgraded. And then with the Hammer and Sickle, it made it to around round 17, round 18, give or take, by being a 1-hit kill. Now, it's definitely faster to use the left trigger with the Hammer and Sickle instead of using the right trigger. The right trigger, I was hoping, would actually kill multiple zombies at once, since it technically kind of uses two different swings, but alas, it does not work like that. So similar to the Sai, using the left trigger and the left weapon is going to be much faster than using the right one, and switching off isn't really going to do anything for you. So if I had to put it on a spectrum, if I had the Hammer and Sickle on the left and then the E-Tool in the middle and then the Sais on the right, the Sais are super fast, and what the Sais lack in power, but what the Hammer lacks in speed is given to the Sai. So I think the E-Tool is a pretty good middle ground there. Now, because the Hammer and Sickle is stronger than the E-Tool, it will remain a 1-hit kill once Pack-a-Punch completely and fully upgraded throughout the entirety of your game. But at that point, it's a lot slower than both the E-Tool and the Sai. I think what the Hammer and Sickle really do have that the other weapons don't is the ability to kill boss zombies even faster. Because of how much stronger they are than the E-Tool and the Sai, you'll be able to take out the boss zombies in the early parts of your game faster than you would with both the E-Tool and the Sai. So in the world of which of these three is the best, I would say it's up to you, whatever your playstyle is. For example, if you're looking for absolute power, the Hammer and Sickle is for you. If you're looking for speed, I generally prefer speed. I like to be faster and I like to knife faster. Then you would use the Sai, and if you're looking for a good middle ground, I would go with the E-Tool. With that being said, the Hammer and Sickle was pretty good against horde, so go ahead and click on this video right now on the screen, and I'll see you soon. I want to give a big shout out to all the channel members over on the channel, and an extra special shout out to all of the Zombie Richtofen members, starting off with hashtag BestMod, Strict Archer, the quippest man in the Southern Hemisphere, Commander_Quip, and the man, the myth, the legend, Tis Brandon ZR.